when Joe Rogan hired me, I was pretty much just hired to make a bunch of videos for him, and we would go on the road, and I would film hours and hours. And this is when it was like on those little tapes, also the mini DV tapes and stuff. So I would come home every weekend from being on the road with Joe with maybe 30 tapes. And then I had to transfer all those tapes to the computer. And then I had tons of footage, like hours and hours of footage. And Joe's like, yeah, just make some fun videos with that. And I'm like, what? It's just you like walking around and at airports and stuff. So it took a long time to like take everything, try to make a story about something. And it would just so much work. And when live streaming started, this is before YouTube wasn't doing live streaming at the time. And there was like a few companies. One was called Justin TV, which is now Twitch, and there was Ustream, which is nothing now. And I was like, man, I wish like there was a way that Joe can like interact with the audience. We could give them stuff, but I didn't have to sit there and go through all these tapes and edit it. Stuff. So I was constantly trying to get Joe into doing these live streams. So during like comedy shows, I would bring my laptop and open it up and just like hit record and go, hey guys, yeah, Joe, come talk to the fans and everything. And Joey Diaz hated technology, so he would come in like, don't film me, and all that shit. But it got really popular, and then Joe was like, we should just start doing live streaming from my house. And so we just started going to his house and just doing live streaming.
So the original podcasts were all live streams?
The original podcast wasn't even a podcast. It was just us live streaming, like talking to the Joe talking to the fans, Q&A and stuff like that, and just hanging out.
They don't give one person a lot of credit. They don't give, excuse me, they don't give this individual their flowers. I'm not sure if y'all understand the magnitude or the legend of Redban. Listen, when I tell you that 2 of the #1 podcasts on YouTube were produced by none other than Redban. Listening to that interview was pretty cool because I was able to get a bird's eye view of how it kind of unfolded, right? And as a video production guy, right? Because when I was in high school, that was what I was really interested in, was video production. After seeing, what he was able to do, learn on his own, right? It's really dope. The DIY, do it yourself. Yeah. DIY. I grew up on YouTube University. So of course I'm going to love what he did, right? But also to have the forward thinking of what the future was going to look like. I don't think people get enough credit for being ahead of the curve. Like if this was stocks, he would be a guru, right? Oh, you knew this was going to pop way before it happened. And they give Redban such a difficult time that he's not funny there's just tons of different things that are said about Redban, and I think that he deserves his flowers now. Let's not wait 20 years, 30 years. I know Tony's, he's funny, he's so witty, he's a great interviewer, but without the proper equipment, without the team, without Redban holding down the anchor, would the show be the same? Don't get me wrong, he adds, with his little sound effects, and that's all fine and dandy. But to build something from the ground up that is now JRE is highly impressive. And then to do it again, to start again. Don't get me wrong, you had a little traction from the Rogan stuff, but to start again from the belly room, to take it to overseas, to London, to to Madison Square Garden to now the Moody Center. This is impressive. And the next time I get on, I have a plan, but that's neither here nor there. I just want to be able to give Redban his flowers, because if it wasn't for him, a lot of these spin-offs, a lot of these branches of people like Cam or like a Jolly or like a Hans, like there would be none of that. Don't get me wrong, Ron was like part of it moving to Austin, but prior to moving to Austin, they were doing it in Joe's house and Redban's house, where he was putting on the Big Red Machine and David Lucas podcast. It was a lot going on, and he kept recreating the process over and over and helped build those individuals as well. So I'm gonna put it out there right now. I'm gonna say, hey, Redban, if you ever hear this, Redban, I would love to intern. I would love to learn the process and hopefully provide the same thing you provided for the next generation of comics. So if you know Red, if you know Mr. Ban, hit him up and let him know I want to intern, because I want to help build something like that for the comedians of the next generation. So shout out to Redban, give him his flowers. I appreciate you doing this for the comedy community. It is definitely helpful. And y'all like, comment, subscribe, share this shit. We're just gonna keep making videos, and as long as y'all keep watching them, we're gonna keep making them. I'll holler at y'all in the next one. And get in them comments. Y'all think that he deserves the flowers? Am I tripping? Or is it, if it wasn't for him, none of this? Who put this fucking shit together? Me. That's who. Is that how he should be feeling? Let me know. I'll holler.